Yeah, I guess I can talk about it. I don't really have anything prepared, so it's not going to be anything like Wes's. But, so, I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, when, like, Trevor told me that he wanted some art done for his book, I was really excited because I've done some collaboration stuff before, especially on, like, fantasy sort of theme with some other people, but it never, like, really went anywhere. Trevor's is going somewhere, so that's cool. And so I guess if you don't know, I do all of the art on the computer. Like I don't, for these ones anyway, I didn't use any paper. And it's all done in Photoshop, and you use a, it's called a pen tablet, and it basically like plugs into your computer, and you have a pen with it so that you can use the mouse like a pen, and that's how you draw. And you can like do a sketch layer, and then you can like put another layer on top of it, and put some color underneath it, and that's how I made these ones. I don't know if you have like the sketches or.
I have a sketch on my computer, which I did not bring down.
It's fine. But I did a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but I did a couple of sketches beforehand.
Significant amount.
Yeah, and like sketches of like these ones beforehand too. And what I found is that works best is if I do a whole bunch of sketches and then like send them to the person who created the thing, and like this time Trevor, and he kind of looks through and is like, oh, I really like that one, or and like, could you change this one and make it slightly different? And it's like a really cool collaborative process that way. In terms of doing like getting the visuals for it, like Trevor his descriptions are really good in the book. Like he's really detailed in his descriptions, so there wasn't too much left that I needed to do except just sort of like imagine the kind of feeling that I wanted it to have and draw that. It was kind of cool because in my drawing classes I actually had them do some concept art for Trevor's book, and we talked about like how to take all of these words. It was especially hard for the English as a second language kids, but it was really fun for them too. Like to take this like paragraph and how do you take that and like get some visuals out of it. Like it's a lot of, especially when you're describing like towns or something, or a society, like how do you take like symbols and images and feelings that gives you and put them into something visual.
Yeah, it's revealing for me too, because I would give the kids a description and Sarah was showing me their artwork and I'm looking at it and I'm going, yeah, I can see how they got that. That's not at all what I had in mind. So that's like really a weird thing. Who did the city drawing? One student, Linda, yeah, did like these cityscapes of like, I was trying to describe in a very Dickensian way, like a looming urban environment in the sort of like pre-industrial, like, you know, just London was kind of this like very oppressive feeling place around that period with all the smog and industry. And she nailed it. I was looking at it and I just was shocked by it. But I mean, with Sarah's stuff, the reason that the tree is up here is because I had given her some descriptions. And she came back with a sketch of that, and I said, I really need to know how you got inside my head. Because it was exactly what I had been thinking, and I could not believe that on first go-round she just like got it. And the same thing happened with the new characters that are up there. To tell you too much about them and sort of give things away, so I won't. But, you know.
That was one of the ones that hasn't changed though, right? I had something wrong about it or something.
Oh, I think
hair
you
color or
tweaked
something.
the hair color. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
Because Edge's hair is supposed to be shock white, and so she tweaked that. So, Sydney?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question about the tree, because from here, it looks like a wood block, and I know it's not, because from the description, but I was wondering, you know, like Wes explained his motivation with the kind of the music behind, you know, like what the organic sounds he's going for. Was your intent to make it look wood blockish to kind of bring out the flavor of the tree, or did it just kind of emerge the way you wanted it to?
You mean like these lines?
From here, Sarah, if you were looking at that picture from here, it looks like a wood block. It's very cool.
Well, actually, the tree it's funny that you said that though, because the tree was one of the ones that I remember, that was like one of the first things that I sketched.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that one of the first images that really popped out to me. And that was also more, you didn't have like you had a description of like the color of the leaves and stuff, but you didn't have like a description of the trunk, you know, or you had the color.
It's
but
described
like,
as being on like a hillock in the middle of
Yeah,
an open field,
but-
and there's these long roots, and it seems to dominate the whole space, but there's nothing about what it actually.
what the shape of it, I guess. But from reading about it because it's like because it's like a soul, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you just get this feeling that it's like old and twisty and gnarly and like, but also has like all this magic in it. So that's where all the like lines and twists came from. If that answers your question at all.
And I also want to know who is the model for the cat, because you just want to pat that cat. It is it's perfect. I mean, you're looking at the cat and you can hear the cat going, you know, it's wonderful. Your gestures are so good.
I have a cat, maybe
Yeah.
It's just Len's cat.
Yeah. But like the girl there, look at her gesture. You know, why did you choose to have her looking kind of off at you? Like, what is your thought
Well,
process?
that's where you get into like, that's with concept art, that's what's really cool about like reading it and then getting the feel from the character about what their personality is like and how do you, okay, so if the person is like a really strong personality, what stance are you going to draw them in? Like we had this talk in my drawing class, it was really fun. And so with that character, like you get a sense of her from the book and then you can kind of decide like how she should be positioned to convey that.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like, Rainer's character is very, I don't know, I don't want to describe things and give things away because, you know, you guys should read the book. But I mean, again, it was one of those ones where when Sarah gave me a sketch and I was just like, I don't know how you got that exactly the way I pictured it. For me,
because you wrote it down.
well, I know, but I guess for me, the thing I kept asking Wes, and he alluded to it in the video before, was like, do you actually feel like you know who this is? And then I was like, okay, well tell me, because I need to be sure that what you think is what I want you to think. And when I was reading to Molly, I read the entire thing to Molly out loud as one of my editing methods. I was like, okay, so who do you like, but tell me why, and why do you like this person? Why is this working? Because I was so terrified of like this not coming through, right? If I write it correctly, you write 220,000 words, you really want one of them to at least be impeccable. So it was daunting and terrifying and awesome when it was done to actually see the artwork. Because when I gave it to Sarah, it was actually Sarah Bryan's suggestion. And when I gave it to her, I was like, okay. And then it came back and I was like, I don't know what I was worried about. You also, I mean, if you guys have seen the cover art, it's on the poster, but I mean, on the book. Sarah did that too, because I said, draw me a picture of a sword that's on fire being dipped into water. And she did that. And I went, yeah, I think this is going to work out okay. Because the first version she came up with, I was like, yep, okay, we're good. So, thanks. I will make you feel like you're on the